Plaintiff Jessica Ford started dating the defendant after he was released from prison. And despite getting married over a month ago, they're now separated because the defendant likes to sleep around. Jessica's suing her estranged husband for breach of contract. Defendant Toby Hall says Jessica thinks he likes to sleep around, but he insists he's just out running the streets, getting wrapped up in some of his old bad habits. Toby insists Jessica is suing for more than he owes.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Me and Toby had met through my brother. He was incarcerated. Him and my brother both was incarcerated for aggravated trafficking and drugs. So he did his 17 years altogether. He has incarcerated with the system. My brother introduced me to him. I too at one time was incarcerated too. So I did that.
For what?
Mine was for possession and also trafficking.
Opioid?
No.
What?
I cooked crystal meth.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What type of drugs did he sell most?
Anything and everything, your shoes if you let them.
Mm-hmm.
So he had came home from prison. I had met him and I brought him back to Portsmouth, Ohio, where my brother was coming home to because they were going to get a place and all that. Well, I work at a window factory in Portsmouth, Ohio. I got him a job there with me. We ended up getting a place together, so forth. Everything was going good.
What year?
This was March 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we got together, got a place together. We were paying our bills. Everything was going fine. I had my little boy staying with us at that time. My son got close with him and so forth. And then June, I get a call from my stepfather saying that he was arrested and he tried to throw the dope at my stepfather, who's never even been in trouble or anything.
Throw it on him to take the case for him?
Like he threw, yeah. And
he didn't?
No, he didn't take the case.
Why?
I don't know. But he got charged with it. And the whole time he's there, he's like, I'm going to come home, I'm going to change.
Because he already did how many bids?
5.
He wouldn't take the case for you?
No, sir.
What kind of guy is he?
Guess he was
selfish.
Yeah, he's selfish. My goodness. Yeah.
He's funny.
My best friend took the case for me when I was in college, first started college. He took the case for me. He took the blame. He been all right since, hey.
You remember that one.
Hey, he gonna be all right.
That's great.
All right. That's how that go. I guess he didn't see no way for you to look out for to take care of him.
No, sir.
If I come home, what he gonna do for me? I'm just gonna have a prison record, that's all. All right, so you gotta promise something if you want him to take the case. You just say, whoop, I got you covered, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what you do, sir. All right. You give me some background, sir.
Okay, sir. I was here in 2008, and I was on your show. My ex-girlfriend's mother sued me, and I guess I still was entertaining the old things that I was doing, and along that way, I found a beautiful woman that I was in love with. Wound up marrying her. My best friend was her brother.
Okay.
And he introduced us and things was well. Mm-hmm. And everything was good and just money wasn't falling where it needed to fall. So the only thing I knew was to entertain the old things that I was used to entertaining.
Street.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept doing them and I guess she didn't like what I was doing. And we just started arguing and things wound up not working later on down the road because she didn't like me entertaining them old things because it was going to have me taken away from her.
And she had stopped using it that time?
Yeah, she's been clean.
Yeah, she don't need that around her. If in the past she don't need that temptation. One of these movie stars or TV or film personalities relapsed after 16 years.
Yeah.
I read that.
So yeah, you just never know. So keep it away. Yeah, I'd have put him out too if that's what you did.
I have 7 years clean and just retained custody of my kids, so.
Yeah, you ain't got messing around you. All right. And is that why you all broke up?
Yes.
Tell me how that went down. That was in March. You all got together. You married when?
Last month. He was in jail from June to August, and I stuck by his side. He's like, oh, I'm going to change. He come home. He got back into, going back to work with me, because the guys up there loved him. He's a hard worker at our job. So they let him come back. Well, then he started missing work, saying he had court dates, he had parole dates, and he never showed back
Now,
up.
does he get high or used to, or just?
No, he likes to sleep around. He likes to trick.
That's right. That's right. Call it what it is. I like for a woman to say, you're one of the first women in the 22 years I've been here that calls it what it is.
Yeah.
Tricking.
Tricking. And he ain't got it.
Say
so.
he's a what? You say I can't call him that. He's a what? He's a
trick. That's just what it is.
Your wife say you're a trick.
Okay,
So
then.
you're out here tricking in the street.
Yeah.
Come home light pockets. Huh?
No, I mean,
That's what your wife say. She say you're a big trick.
Yeah, that's what she said. She always says I'm doing it. That's what I'm out doing, but really I'm out
bringing
just
no money.
I'm just out entertaining the streets, still doing what I was
So
doing.
why aren't you bringing home any money when you come home? So that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked
He
where you
gave
were
it to
getting
Sarah
at.
Beth.
I wasn't bringing home the money she expected. I was bringing home some money. But
Well, you
just not
need to
what
go
she's-
square. You need to go square, because you ain't making enough dope money to take care of your woman. How you gonna be a dope man and can't take care of the household? That's the main reason I hear that people become dope men. I want to take care of my family or my kids or my friend, my mama, my dad, whatever, my brother, whatever, myself, my mama. It's usually self, kids. Mama come before the woman. Yeah. Mama and then the woman. And that's the rationale they give you. But sir, you need to get out the game if you can't even bring home any money when you come home at night. Come home, you been and served dope fiends. From what time you start serving? From 5 p.m. to
24/7.
6 a.m.? Coming to you for freebies. I'm sick. I'm trying to keep from being sick.
Yes, sir.
That's how they come to you, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
I know the deal. And you got
Sure.
plenty in prison who walk around trying to get them guards to get them some heroin or opioid. Come on, guard, I'll be sick. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, yes, sir. Bring it in. Get it here. Yes. That's what they be saying.
A dope man with no money, man. You're a disgrace to the game. Tell him to stop tricking off the money or get out the game. One or the other. Something's happening that it ain't going right.
Yeah.
But you put him out. You told him already.
Yeah.
And so what has happened since you all broke up?
Well, he was back at it again. Shortly after he was indicted, he was caught with another 500 grams of ice, 200 grams of heroin, and $7,000. So I had
And
bonded.
comes home broke? That's $100,000 worth of dope right there. Am I right or wrong? Isn't that about 100?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know y'all say, how does y'all know so much about dope? He claimed he ain't been in the game in the streets since he was a teenager, but he sure know a lot about current affairs. That's because I'm one of the few that came out of the street in my neighborhood, and I still know the others. All right, go ahead, ma'am.
So I had bonded him out for $2,200 along the whole time he was in June, from June to August. 14th, that's the day that I finally was to bond him out. From that whole time period, I was taking care of him. I bought his boxes, his commissary, his phone. But when he got arrested, he threw the dope in the car, so they impounded his car. I paid for his impoundment to get undone, to get out of impoundment and all that. Took care of it, watched his car at my house and everything. Totaling that at that time, it was $4,500. He paid me a total of $600, which I got the receipts and the promissory note that he promised to pay me back. Well, he got his back pay for his unemployment that I also helped him.
COVID money?
Yeah, because he was out of work. They stopped our plant. So both of us was out of work, and I'm still taking care of him through what I've already had saved up in my bank, and taking care of my son. And he comes back. August 14th, he gets out. I made him write a promissory note because I figured he wasn't going to change.
What page is that?
Page 1 is the promissory note.
Okay.
And then page 2, 3, and 4. 4 is where I bond him out. That's a picture of my bank statement where I bond him out for $22,000.
So you don't intend to stay married?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know whether you was going to put him out, leave him in the cold for a while, and then Let him on back in. All right. Sir, what do you say to this?
I mean, I think I paid a little more than $600. I just.
What do you agree you owed? Well, I guess this says what you agreed to the amount of $4,500, correct?
Yes.
All right, and you say you paid
I think I paid about $1,000. I did get my back pay, and at the time we was fighting and arguing, and I mean, pretty much I got my money and I didn't give her none of it. And, you know.
How much you make a year, sir?
How much I make a year?
Yeah, 40, 50, in between 40 and 50?
About 40.
So why do you have to be in the street still instead of just trying to find either a second hustle or build a business on the side? 40 grand is pretty decent. You addicted to the street? You got a family in prison? What's that?
The cost of living, man. Yeah, you got to take care of a lot of people. You know, everybody needs
Okay,
and
well,
wants.
there you go. If you have a lot of dependents, then
everybody needs and wants.
40,000 isn't enough. No. But if he makes 40, you got to make 30.
He's added drug money because we only make like $23,000 a year.
He doesn't make 40?
With his drug money, yeah, probably.
No, without it, on the job.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, no wonder he's selling drugs.
He's a little bit higher paying than me. I only make like $12.50 an hour, so he makes 16.
The reason I'm trying to add up your money, I don't mean to count your money, but I have to because either you're tricking it off or you're not making enough money. So I'm counting for you. See how much is he tricking and how much is he bringing home? You only have one child?
No, I have 4. I'm still fighting for custody for the other one.
I have 3, sir.
Okay, well then that's not why y'all's gonna stay poor. 7 kids and nobody has gotten a job that they can afford 7 children with.
Yes, sir.
So that's the problem. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone, you know. And the $3,900 you say you've paid some, but you don't know. You just said more than $600. She seems to know specifically how much it is. However, when did you marry him?
August 20th. I loaned him all that before I got married to him.
Okay. Well, you knew what to say, didn't you? All right. So you have to pay it back. She wasn't your wife. That's the law. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I just want to say I apologize, and I truly do still love you.
I don't care. I love him. He's not going to change. He's going to stay behind a prison cell.